A very good morning, students. On last turn of your online English class, I had taught you the topic article, and I hope that all would have note down all the important points about articles, and there will be, of course, no problem regarding articles that we are to use which article. Okay, so repetition of the article, omission of the articles, everything was explained well. If still there is any problem, you may write to me. Now, today I am going to take the next topic, verbs of incomplete prediction. Actually, these things will be very helpful in constructing stories, when you form stories, when you write answers, and when editing omission comes in exam. So, seeing all these topics of your exam means your question paper pattern I have gone through. So I noticed that these things are very much important to know, because I have noticed that many students still they don't know, or they have forgotten maybe structure of tenses. So after this topic I'm planning to take tenses. Okay, so if I'll start asking about verbs, I know many of you will not be aware of that what are transitive and intransitive verbs. Though I have taught this topic many times in class, I have taught you what are transitive and what are intransitive verbs. So here I'm taking the next topic, verbs of incomplete prediction. So here we read the sentence, the baby sleeps, the baby seems happy. Suppose if I just hide this word happy. So you see that the second sentence, the baby seems, does not give any sense. It is incomplete sentence. While the sentence 1, the baby sleeps, it gives sense that baby is sleeping. So here the verbs in both these sentences, okay, are intransitive. Intransitive verbs are those verbs which do not require any object to complete the sense. So here the baby sleeps. So baby is doing an action. Okay. On what type of action it does? It sleeps. But when I say the baby sleeps, I do make complete sense. On the other hand, if I say the baby seems, I do not make complete sense. The baby seems, so it does not give complete sense. The intransitive verb seems requires a word. For example, happy. Okay, so intransitive verb seems is intransitive verb that requires a word, another word to complete its sense. Means it gives some sense, it make the sense complete. So such a verb is called a verb of incomplete prediction. Such a verb like seems. Okay, it gives incomplete sense. So like these words or verbs give sense of incomplete prediction. The word happy, when we add another word after seems happy with the sentence, it gives us sense that the baby seems happy. Like when we saw the baby, it looks happy. Okay, so the word happy which is required to make the sense complete is called the complement of the verb. So here the word happy is complement for the word seems. Okay, so it is called completion of the predicate. Verbs of incomplete prediction usually express the idea of being, becoming, seeming, appearing. The complement usually consists of a noun called a predicative noun. Okay, so just read it again. The complement was happy. Here the word happy was complement for the verb seem. The word happy was the complement for the verb seem. So what does it say? That the verb of complete prediction usually express the idea of being, becoming, seeming, appearing. Okay, the complement usually consists of a noun. That happy word is what? That is noun. Okay, Then called a predicative noun, or an adjective called a predicative adjective. If it is, so here the word happy is what? Adjective. Okay, sorry, I said it noun, it is adjective. So this is called predicative adjective. When the complement describes the subject, as in the following sentences, it is called a subjective complement. Now Tabby is a cat. So cat is what? Tabby is. So if we hide this word a cat, then this tabby is. This doesn't give any sense unless we use the word a cat. So this is what? This is subjective, or we can say predicative noun. Okay. Next sentence, the earth is round. Here this word round is adjective. Okay. So it is what? Predicative adjective. John becomes a soldier. Soldier is what? Soldier is another noun. So it is noun. Okay. Mr. Mehta becomes mayor. The man seems tired. Okay. So how he looks tired. Then next sentences are, the sky grew dark. Roses smell sweet. So these are some adjective. Okay. Sugar tastes sweet. She appears pleased. This house is to let. Okay, so these are few sentences which tell us about the verb of incomplete production. Okay, here some verbs which we have studied, they were the verbs of incomplete production. Now we see sixth sentence, that is, you look happy. So when the subjective complement is a noun, as in sentence 3, 1, 3 and 4. Okay, as you can see here, sentence number 1 was, Tabby is a cat. So cat is what? This is subjective complement. Okay, here we have used a subject, a word. Okay, that is a noun, and which we had used for Tabby. So when the subjective complement is a noun, as in sentence 1, 3 and 4, it is in the same case as the subject. Okay, that is the nominative case. Certain transitive verbs require, besides an object, a complement or to complete their predictions. Okay, so we need another object, means one object to complete the sentence. The boys made Ram captain. Okay, the boys made Rama captain. His parents named him Hari. This made him vain. The jury found him guilty. So these sentences, after seeing these sentences where you see that these verbs which are used in the all above sentences are transitive verbs. Okay, so the boys made Rama captain. So this verb made is transitive, because after made what, we can use what and we'll get the answer of what, and that is Rama captain. Okay, so these verbs are transitive verbs. So as I have told you in class also while explaining transitive and intransitive verb, that when we use question mark, question question what after the verb in a sentence, and if it gives us the answer of that what, then the verb which we had used in the our sentence is said to be transitive verb. So transitive and intransitive verbs are clear to you. For your home assignment, I'll give you tomorrow this exercise which you have to write in your fair notebook. Okay, so on next one I'll take active and passive voice. Okay, so before active and passive voice, it was quite important to teach you this verbs of incomplete prediction and complement. Okay, so on next one we'll continue this I will take a new topic, active and passive. Till then, bye bye, have a nice day.